Hi there. I finally finished Ever the Hunted, and I've got a review now that I finished the book. This does contain spoilers, just so you know, and I want to go over my predictions that I made in my halfway through book review and see how many of them came true. All right, so prediction number one was that the woman that Cohen and Britta had just met was going to be magical help. I'm giving myself credit for this one because the woman was magical and she was helpful. Yeah, she did give some help that was strictly magical because she was teaching Britta some things. Um, Here's my first spoiler, so here we go. This woman, Enat, is Britta's grandmother, the grandmother that she didn't know even existed, her mother's mother, and she found out some things from her that are just mind blowing. Like her father had been lying to her about her mother all these years, allowing her to think that she had just left, but really her mother had died when they were trying to cross the border back into Sheridan. And so, yes, 1 out of 1 so far. Prediction number two was that Britta and Cohen would get together, and indeed they do. And it kind of comes on gradually. About after the halfway point, you start getting more and more hints, and eventually they kiss, and kind of proceeds from there until they're saying the L word and all of that stuff. And by the end of the book, they are officially together. Prediction number three was that Leif will come back to help, and I'm sorry if you want his name to be Leaf instead of Life. I keep saying Life in my mind because that's what sounds good to me. Anyway, he does come back into the story and he is a help in a big way. So basically, 100% for me. This is a rarity. I rarely get all of my predictions coming true. So that's kind of amazing. For a while, I was thinking that the real murderer was going to be maybe the woman they were going to search for, who ended up being Britta's grandmother, or maybe it was going to be one of the guards that had originally helped supposedly escort Britta to find Cohen. So I guess those were predictions that didn't come true because that ended up not being the case. The real murderer, I still don't want to say, even though this review contains spoilers, because what if someone accidentally watches this and they still need to find out who the murderer is? So I'm not going to give that secret away. But I am going to tell you, this is a big spoiler, which you can kind of see coming a little bit, is that Britta is a channeler. She has magic, and she has the ability to heal. And so she's a special kind of channeler called a spiritor, and she can heal and bring energy to plants and animals and even people. And so that's kind of exciting. And there is definitely going to be a sequel because just as this book ends, we find out another big secret that I'm not going to share with you. And it's kind of like one of those, what the heck just happened moments. And it even says to be continued on the last page. So we're definitely going to be seeing more in this series. And the series is going to be called Clash of Kingdoms because it says right here, a Clash of Kingdoms novel. So I can guarantee that's what the series is going to be called. Hopefully it'll be another beautiful book like this. I don't know if it'll be white, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so that's it for my follow-up with Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerill. And if you haven't read this book and you're thinking you wanted a great adventure, this is a good one. Another one where the main protagonist is a female. We're seeing tons of those, and so I'm going to go perhaps in search of a male protagonist book to look for. I'll let you know what I find. All right, take care. Happy reading. Adios.